Hey guys, Stephen Bogren here from Pro Physique. Today I want to talk about how many days a week you should work out. So hey everybody, hope you're all having a wonderful Friday so far and a great week. I know it's been a little bit of time. I'm not really been doing a good job on my YouTube grind, so I apologize y'all. Thank you so much for sticking with me. But let's get to the topic at hand, which is how many days a week should you work out? Fun thing here, as always, it depends. So let's talk about some of the things that it depends on and why we should keep those things in mind and how we sort of figure out how many days a week we should be working out. Everything depends on how long you've been working out and how experienced of an athlete you are. So, if you're just starting out, if you haven't ever touched a weight before, if you really haven't been active, you've been pretty sedentary, and we have maybe a job where we're on a computer, we don't lift, we don't do anything, maybe a couple days a week. 1 to 2 days a week is where I like to start people working out. You're going to get results. You're going to see improvements. Things are going to get better. You're going to get stronger. You're going to get a bunch of really cool adaptations. And so as you start working out and you become a little bit more conditioned and your muscles get used to it and your tendons get used to it and your bones get used to it, now we can start adding some more days a week in. Maybe we'll go to 3 days a week. Right? There's nothing crazy. We can start with those 2 days a week. We can do some full body circuits. When we move to 3 days a week, we can keep doing the same thing. We work out one day. We rest one day. We work out one day. We rest one day. We work out one day. We take the weekend off. You're still going to make progress if you haven't been working out. If you've been doing absolutely nothing, simply going to something is going to garner you a benefit. Very, very simple. I know we like to really overcomplicate the process. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do the other thing. It's not that complex. Once we get to 4 days a week, right? We've done 2 days a week. We're not really seeing the same kind of benefits we saw with 2 days a week. Then we moved to 3 days a week. We got a little bit more benefit out of it again, but 3 days a week now we're not really seeing the kind of benefit, and it's kind of hard to recover because we keep doing whole body stuff. Well, maybe now it's time to move to 4 days a week. 4 days a week. Maybe we switch to a simple upper-lower split, right? And that helps us to recover. So we do upper body only one day, and then we do lower body only the next day. So we're not hitting our upper body as it's already sore and tired, and we're like, ugh, right? So we do that kind of split. Then maybe we take a day off in between. Then we do upper again. Then we do lower again, right? Now, the reason we like to do this is because it allows us to split up our volume for the body throughout the week. Volume is simply reps times sets times weight. And that's our number one indicator of how we're going to make progress over time, is by increasing that volume over time. Okay? So what happens is if we try to get all of our volume into one workout, well, that could be a really nasty workout depending how long we've been training, how much volume we have, and how conditioned we are. For some of us, it makes more sense to say, I want to take this total volume that I need for the week to make progress. I want to split that up into 2 different training sessions. So I'm still going to be a little bit sore. I'm still going to have to work out hard. I'm still going to have to do work, but it's a little bit more manageable, not only in terms of what I can get done in the gym in one session. For me, at where I'm at, I would probably have to be in the gym for 2+ hours to try and get enough volume in, even for an upper body workout. For a lower body workout, we're talking about 3 to 4 hours if I'm going to try and make it, and I'm probably not going to do it. It's not realistic for me at this point. So splitting that up throughout the week is a really good thing. Now, instead of having to be at the gym for 2+ hours for an upper body workout, I'm there for maybe an hour to an hour and a half. Now, instead of having to be at the gym for 3, 4, 5 hours for legs, if I wanted to fit that all in one training session, I can do it in an hour and a half, sometimes maybe 2 hours. So now, not only is it more manageable in terms of I am not dead and I can walk out of the gym, but it's also more manageable in terms of the fact that I can now recover. And so recovery is one of those things that everybody likes to kind of forget about. It's kind of our, I believe there's a saying for it. The red-headed stepchild, is that it? I'm not sure. Sorry for everybody who has red hair. I still care about you guys. But, we like to ignore it. We like to go hard in the gym, and we like to feel like we've done work, and we like to be sore, and we like to do all these other things. But we don't necessarily do as good of a job paying attention to recovery. We can, we're really good at saying, hey, we need to eat healthy, and we need enough protein. But some of the other things in recovery are breaking up your volume so that you can recover, sleep, stress management, those things. And those are a little bit more difficult to pay attention to simply because they require a little bit more intricacies sometimes. However, breaking up your volume by adding extra days at the gym can in fact help with recovery. Why? Because we're simply not doing as much damage to the muscle cells. When you work out, we're doing micro tears, right? We're doing damage to the muscle. That's what's telling our body. We need to make this muscle stronger so that it can withstand the stimulus or the demand that's being put upon it. Very straightforward, right? Like if I know that there's a demand that is going to be put on me, that it's going to be like I either have to deal with this or I'm getting destroyed, I'm going to deal with it. Our body is trying to be the same, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing enough to facilitate that our body's like, oh crap, I need to deal with this, like let's get better, but not so much to where it's like, oh crap, I need to deal with this, but it's so much that I'm just barely treading water. I'm just barely able to survive this and then kind of stay pretty normal. So as you're increasing volume, as you're increasing the amount of damage that maybe you're doing to the body, maybe we need to spread that out over the week so that it's more manageable. Not only in terms of like your mental stability to handle all of that training and to handle the intensity of the session, but also to handle the recovery. Then as you progress, maybe 4 becomes 5. Now a lot of more advanced lifters go to be 5 or 6 days a week on training typically. I like 6 days a week, and the reason why I like 6 days a week is because I have really high back volume. And so it becomes very, very time consuming to try and put that on top of a benching workout because I do powerlifting, right? So if I want to still do my bodybuilding stuff, I have to do that on top of my powerlifting stuff because I want to do it all. I think that that's a good idea for some reason. I actually tried to move to a 5-day split the other week. I was like, I would really like to have both days off on the weekend. This would be great. It'll help me have so much more free time for activities. Didn't work. I tried. The problem is by the time I got done with my upper body workout, I was smoked mentally. Mentally and physically, I was like, man, I just don't have what it takes to really get in a good training session for back and like my arms. It's just not happening. Everything's done. It makes sense for me to be at a 6-day split then. Awesome. I can get everything in. I can recover still. I can do everything I need to do. Now, that's not going to be everybody. Maybe for some of us, yeah, the timing, like if I don't have kids, it's just me and my puppers. Maybe a 5-day split makes more sense for you. Maybe you have a soccer games you need to be out. Or you want to be here, you want to have date night or this, that, and the other thing. And time for chorin'. All those kind of things. So maybe a 5-day split does in fact work better for you. Awesome. Your training might not look the same as mine anyways, and it might just make more sense. Cool. That is perfect. There's nothing wrong with a 5-day split. There's nothing wrong with a 6-day split. There's nothing wrong with a 4-day split. It's all very dependent on where you as an individual are at, your training history, and your goals. So remember that when you're thinking about how many days a week you should be at the gym. Hopefully that helps. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll hopefully talk to you much sooner than this last time.